What's up, friends? It's your girl Sarah from Sarah Styles here. I recently went to eBay headquarters. It was for eBay Open Prep. So if you guys are not attending eBay Open 2022 or it's already gone and passed by the time you're watching this video, I will link it down below. All of their sessions are going to be recorded and on their eBay for Business YouTube channel. I'm doing tools and analytics, an amazing session, so definitely check that one out. But in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 6 things that I learned straight from the source at eBay headquarters. I'm talking from eBay executives and eBay teams, all of the things that we are wondering what's in their algorithm, what plays a part in how we get sales. All of these questions that we have, eBay's kind of a black box, they are answered. Let's dive right into it. The first thing is going to be, should you sell similar? So this is kind of a debate that goes on in the eBay community. For those who do not know, sell similar is ending a listing and doing sell similar on it, basically listing it again as a new listing. So this is different from just relisting it. Relisting it keeps it as the same listing. It keeps all the data points on it. So eBay in the back end has all the views on it. If it's multi-quantity, it'll keep, how many of those are selling, how many people are purchasing, the impressions, if you have watchers on it. So relisting keeps all of that and kind of just refreshes it, right? Sell similar completely ends it and makes it appear as a completely new listing. This is going to give it a completely new item ID number. So it's back and forth in the community whether you should do this or not. And here's what eBay said. It's complicated. Which is why there's a lot of debate. But let's get a little bit bigger into this because I am going to start doing this in my practice. I've never done it before because of kind of what I've read, but after talking to the eBay executives, I am adding sell similar into my strategy, and here's why. So what they said is sell similar, you don't want to do it early, right? You want all of that data. eBay is going to keep your stuff at the top, especially depending on what you sell, right? So you're going to have to do this and figure out for your business what works well. I'm in women's clothing, shoes, and purses, highly saturated. I am not the type of collectible seller where I want to wait for that right buyer, or someone is going to watch it and they are going to wait. They're saving up for it. So they are going to wait maybe a couple months until they have the money for it. That's not my business. I am women's clothing, shoes, and purses. There is thousands of items for sale that are the same as mine. So keep that in mind in my strategy. Definitely look at it for your strategy as well. Well, what does sell similar do? If you end the listing, you are losing all of that data. So yes, you're losing the watchers, and a lot of people are like, well, they're watching it, and they haven't bought it, they're probably not going to come back and buy it. Very valid. But from eBay's algorithm standpoint, eBay is pushing your listing to the top with that information, right? So if you have, let's say you have a multi-quantity and you have 3 for sale and 2 of them are sold, that's telling eBay people are wanting to buy these items. It's going to keep it at the top, and it's going to put it in different places on eBay for those impressions. If you're starting it all over again, you end it and you sell similar, you are going to lose all that data and essentially start over again. However, as time goes on, eBay admitted, as time goes on, if your item is out there, it's getting impressions, it's getting views, you're having all of the things that you want on eBay, but it's not converting to a sale, eBay in the algorithm, the back end, is starting to think, hey, this isn't converting to a sale. I'm not going to push it on search. I'm not going to push it on, all the different places on eBay that you can have it. I'm not going to push it there because it's not converting to a sale. I'm going to be pushing other things that I think are going to get me this sale, right? eBay wants the sale. So if your item is not converting to that sale, they're going to be pushing other people's items. So there is a time limit because each item is unique. Each category is unique. Each business is unique. eBay couldn't put a time limit on it, but they did definitely say sell similar is going to refresh it as a new listing and kind of start it up at top and start gaining that data again. To do it, but after a certain period. You want to give it time to get sold and get put in the different places. So it's going to be, and this is why it's complicated, it's going to depend on what you sell and what category you're in and your business model and your pricing strategies and all of that on when to sell similar. So for me, I am going to start doing sell similar. Definitely make sure to subscribe to see how it goes for me. I ended 100 listings this month and I did sell similar on them. I'm going to go in a month month, look at my impressions, look at my traffic, look at my sales, see if it did actually work. So definitely make sure to subscribe and see how it works for me and how you can tell if Sell Similar is going to work for you, because I will show you the data and the tool or the analytics in eBay to help you figure out if this strategy works. But long-winded, yes, Sell Similar is helpful if your item hasn't sold after a certain time period. They could not say what that time period was because it is going to be dependent upon you. One other thing is the Google search, right? So you don't want to end it on Google search too soon, right? So eBay, people are looking in eBay and then things come up on Google search. That's another way to gain some traffic. The thing with Google search is eBay gets so many new listings a day, they cannot send all of them to Google search. So it does take time for, if you have a new listing, it does take time for that new listing to start coming up on Google search. Where if you've had your listing for 6 months, and it's showing that, hey, maybe this is going to convert soon, it will come up on Google search. So that's one reason that you want to be very cognizant in your time. For me, I don't think ending it in a week, ending it in 2 weeks. I kind of got the idea that maybe 6 months to a year was like a standard practice, depending on your category. So the number 2 thing that I learned is free shipping is in the algorithm, friends. Very, very, very rarely does eBay actually tell us anything about the algorithm. And it's not because they don't want to, it's because it's very complicated and it's constantly changing. But they did tell us at eBay headquarters last week, or a couple weeks ago, whenever you're watching this, they did tell us that free shipping is in the algorithm. However, should you do it in your business is going to depend on your business model, going to depend on your competition. I will link a video up here. It's why I don't do free shipping. So even though it's in the algorithm, I don't do free shipping, and I go through exactly why. I tested it. I'm a huge fan of A/B testing, trying a strategy for you, and then eBay gives us the tools and the analytics to be able to figure out if it's working. But it's interesting, they did admit that it is in the algorithm. Promoted listings, friends. So here's the thing with promoted listings. Not only did I learn, promoted listings, there's 3 different promoted listings. You can do promoted listings, just standard, which is you promote your item, and then if it sells, you pay the percent that you said you were going to promote it at. The second one is pay per click, where you pick keywords and you say, every time it's promoted with this keyword, you pay every single time that happens, whether it sells or not. And then there's a new advanced one, and to be completely honest, I don't use it. It is new. So I don't know exactly how it works, but essentially you are paying to get your item seen more. So if you don't know, eBay is a left filter search engine, right? So you go in, you type what you're looking for in search, and then you can go in and click, I want free shipping, I want this category, I want, as you're going in, you can filter all of those things down. So promoted listing not only helps put it at the top there, which I think most people really know, but, and this is what I learned, I knew a little bit of this, but this is what I learned and what I think is super important in promoting listings. It puts it in over 20 other places on eBay. So it's not just about search. Yes, it'll help it come up first in search, but if you're on and you're looking at an item and sometimes you see at the bottom, you may also like this. If your item's promoted, it'll come up on somebody else's listing. If it's similar and you are getting more eyes on it, it'll come up first on Google search. Sometimes you're looking and there's things on the side that say, hey, you may also like this. It's not only promoting it at the top of search, it is promoting it and putting it in at least 20, I think they said up to 40. Honestly, there was so much I was learning to write it down, but it was a lot. It was a lot of different places that they are promoting it to get more eyes on your item. So even if you're not promoting it at trending, you currently have to promote at least 2%. I think it's definitely worth it. Again, I will link a video up here on how to look at promoted listings. Try it and see if it is actually increasing your impressions and ultimately increasing your sales. I go through how to do that testing for you, but it's not just about the search. So the next thing is listing daily. Do you have to list daily, right? This is a question that's in the community. Is it helpful to list daily? You should list daily. eBay's back end really likes activity every day. And so ultimately what it came down to, I asked, is listing daily helpful? Is it in the algorithm? It is not in the algorithm. Activity is not necessarily in the algorithm. You don't have to list to appease the algorithm. However, you should be listing daily from a buyer behavior standpoint. So what happens is, and they look at all this data and they're really figuring out how buyers are shopping. And what happens is you have buyers that are going in, and these are going to be, it's a small percent, but these are the buyers who are going in daily, weekly, and really looking for something. I think it's going to matter a lot more if you're really niche down, you're like in collectibles or something really unique. For me, women's clothing, shoes, and purses, I don't think someone's going in and finding, I mean, you can search and find 2,000 pairs of jeans that I'm listing. So going in daily for my type of stuff isn't necessarily the most important or happening that often. But if you're niche down or your collectibles, your one-offs, something that someone is looking for, they are going in every single day and looking for newly listed. They're not just looking for their search. They are the very competent buyers, the buyers that are really looking to spend money. They're going in and searching, and they have data to back this. eBay has data to back this. Buyers that are looking to spend money are going in and searching on a regular basis by new listings. And even if a new listing comes up and it's not exactly what they want, if you have good photos, if you have a good store, if you have a good storefront, which eBay has recently came out with a lot of ways to help promote our store and make it look more unique and more like us, and promote return buyers. But if you have all these things, even if the new listing comes up and it's not exactly what they want, it will push them to your store and get you more activity in your store. So listings, not from an algorithm perspective, but daily listings are going to help you get more impressions, more views on your stores, ideally more sales conversions. Shipping daily, again, this is an activity thing. Is it in the algorithm? Does eBay reward us for shipping daily? Ultimately, they said no, it is not in the algorithm. However, there's two things. eBay does reward you with a top seller, right? You can be a top seller, you can be a top seller plus. And one way that you can do this is by 1 day handling, right? And staying within that metrics of shipping within your handling time. So it's not in the back end algorithm that if you cannot ship daily, do not put 1 day handling. If you can ship daily and you can have 1 day handling, put that in, become a top rated seller plus. Not only is eBay rewarding you with different features because of that, buyer behavior, friends. This is where it comes down to. eBay isn't necessarily putting things in this black box algorithm. It comes down to buyer behavior. Buyers want items fast. We are in the day and age where you can buy something online and you can have it that afternoon. Obviously, we cannot do that as small sellers, but the faster you can have it there, it is going to help increase your sales because people want things right now. And the sooner they can get it, they don't want to wait. The sooner they can get it, the more likely they are going to buy it, as well as just providing stellar customer service. The last thing is best offers, friends. So this is really interesting. And I made a video, I'll link it up here because I was talking to some eBay people a couple months ago at a meetup, but I got some new information on this. So best offers and immediate payment. Currently, you can have immediate payment on your listing. However, if you have a best offer sent to you, they do not have to pay right away. Keep in mind, eBay is 20 plus years old and they started as an auction, and they started with you would send a check to the person and they would wait to cash it and then they would ship it. So there is progression, but it's with time. And this has cultivated a community of buyers and sellers that are used to having up to 4 days to pay for their items. Whether you agree with this or not, this is the culture that eBay has built, and I really appreciate this. They are working on making if you send an offer, you have to pay immediately. From a technology standpoint, they can do it. However, and I mentioned this in my video a couple months ago, but this is interesting that they've been slowly rolling out it little by little because they want to be very cognizant in not losing buyers and sellers because their culture has made it to where you can do this. And so they've been slowly rolling it out. They've gotten mostly positive feedback, but actually they have gotten some negative feedback from buyers and sellers around it. They couldn't indulge into what that is, but eBay has kind of slowed down on rolling out the immediate payment for best offers because of this negative feedback. Now, as a seller, I don't love it. I love getting, paid right away and shipping and getting it out of my inventory. However, I thoroughly appreciate that eBay is paying attention and being mindful of sellers as well as buyers. They said that there's 3% of unpaid item cases, and they want to make sure, so that's 3%, not getting paid across the board. Obviously, your category is different, and some it's higher and it's lower, but they want to make sure that they're not losing more customers than that, right? If they're not getting paid 3%, but they do a quick rollout and they have now lost 10% of buyers, our sales are ultimately going down. So that is why they are rolling it out slowly. If you guys like this video, YouTube also thinks you like that video, I will link a playlist here of how-tos on eBay, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button to learn how to make money reselling on eBay and Poshmark.